Well, thank you, Patricia, and hard to follow you. You are an amazing, amazing person, a true example of what it means to lead with compassion and purpose. And ever since I've met you, I hear your name over and over again in so many different circles. When people talk to reaching out and bridging that gap for someone who's had a tragedy happen and to be able to get back on track, your name comes up all the time. So thank you for what you do, for what you've dedicated your life to. I look around here tonight and see so many friends, partners, from all parts of the system that we work in. So many people, so many of you have come forward tonight to try and be able to help financially or through other means of support. A sincere thank you to all of you for the work that you do and for your ability to be able to help be part of the solution to so much of what's going on in our world today. The mission that drives this organization, Hope, Healing, and Empowerment, reflects the very best of what community partnership looks like. For law enforcement, we often see people at their lowest moments, but organizations like Crime Survivors remind us of the power of what comes next: recovery, strength, and the courage to be able to keep moving forward. Your partnership with the Los Angeles Police Department goes back many years, and your support never wavered. For that, we're very, very thankful. For advocacy and outreach to something as simple as delivering cookies to our stations every Thanksgiving, those gestures remind our officers that we're all part of a much bigger family. You remind victims and survivors that they're never alone, that their pain is seen, their voice matters, and that this community, from law enforcement to every person in this room, stands beside them every step of the way. We often hear people say, when something tragic happens, somebody should do something about that. Well, we're all somebody, and we can all play a role. All of you are playing a role by being here, and so many others that you've seen acknowledged tonight. Congratulations to all who are recognized tonight. You're truly making a difference, and so much of what you do doesn't get recognized, so thank you, Patricia, for making that happen tonight. Often that's somebody that people refer to that should do something are the police. And when you think about where we are in this nation today and how far down we are in deployment, we're down 1,400 police officers, 750 civilian professional staff. I know the LA County Sheriff's Office is down as much or more. Every department that we work with here in Southern California is dealing with issues of too few personnel. All of us can play a role in being able to help recruit new people. People that you would want to work with, people that you would want handling a tragedy if your family were involved. Please encourage them. This is a noble profession. We've allowed somebody else to take over the narrative and to try and describe what we do and who we are. We've got to step up. That's been going on too long, and it's had such a tremendous negative impact on our profession and on our society that if we continue to just watch and sit on our hands, that we're going to go in a much worse position as far as that goes. Across the country, when we think about, and I'm only talking about police officers here because of those are the numbers I have, there's about 850,000 police officers. And that sounds like a lot. But when you figure that out and do the math, that's less than 1/3 of 1% of our population is tasked with protecting everybody else. That doesn't make sense. The math doesn't work out. There's no way so few people can do that job without all of you, without all of our partners throughout the system, throughout society, and every member of any community has to step forward and take some responsibility for public safety. Otherwise, none of us will be safe. Tonight, we have a great cross-section of what that means of that group. To the survivors here tonight, those who were able to get up here and speak, my heart goes out to you, and my thanks goes to you for having the courage to be able to tell and share your experience with everyone else. I know that takes a tremendous amount of courage to be able to do that, and again, it's so valuable. Thank you for sharing and for your strength in doing that. You've heard this term before tonight a couple of times. You've turned pain into purpose and tragedy into triumph. And that's really what this is all about. Taking something that is tremendously hurtful in your life, and having the strength and having the support to be able to step up, be able in the future to share that and to help others get through their tragic circumstances. We're all in this together, and if we pull together, we get pretty amazing results. You remind every officer here and across this nation why we wear this badge: to serve, to protect, and to help restore a sense of safety and hope for those who have been victimized by many crimes. And to everyone gathered here tonight, thank you for continuing to stand behind this mission. Your generosity makes healing possible and ensures that hope continues to grow for years to come. On behalf of the men and women of the Los Angeles Police Department, and I look around here tonight and see Santa Ana, Irvine, and Westminster, the Orange County DA's office, the LA County DA's office, the Orange County Sheriff's Department, and the LA County Sheriff's Department, and I apologize if I missed any. But thank you all for your partnership. We in Southern California have the best network of professionals working together. We all know the folks who come in, our federal partners who come in, FBI, ATF, DEA, and others. They generally, the person who's running the office generally spends about 3 years in that office before they move on or retire. And to a person, they continuously talk about the relationship here in Southern California. And how do you do it? We don't see that anywhere else in the country to the degree we see it here. And really that is because we all work at it, and we have worked at it for many years, and it wasn't always like that. But today we have something that I think others are envious of, but thank you for the work that went into making that happen, because we all benefit from that. And we know in the couple of years ahead of us, we have a lot of major events. The eyes of the world will be on us. None of us have the bodies we need to be able to do what we need to do without all working together. So it'll be one team moving forward, focused on the mission that we have of the day. We saw 2025 in Los Angeles that I can speak to. What a year. We had fires, floods, mudslides, worst budget that we've seen in our history, the unrest to go along with the immigration enforcement efforts we saw. And yet our people stood up. We worked together closely to deal with those issues and dealt with it as effectively, I think, as it could have, and at the same time kept our eye on the ball and drove crime down across the region. Homicide is down for us 22% after a 14% decrease last year. Those are numbers that some talk about underreporting. Those are numbers that are reported fairly accurately. So just as an indicator of how hard people are working out there and the success they're getting is, I think, a tribute to the partnerships we enjoy here. So a sincere thank you to all of you for the work that you've done. Congratulations, Patricia, on 22 years of extraordinary service and advocacy. And again, thank you all, and God bless you all for what you do for us.